For KRVN Sports, I'm John Willis. Well, the Minden Senior and Junior Legion baseball teams are off to an awesome start so far this season. The seniors being 10-0, while the juniors are 9-2, and I got the opportunity to talk with head coach Dan Wilson, and he talked about the excitement of his teams as they get closer to the postseason.
Yeah, we are very excited about where we're at right now. We've got a lot of work to do, and the boys are training and practicing hard. So, yeah, we're pretty excited where we're at right now.
What have you felt that your team's biggest strengths have been, and if they've been different at both levels, what those are?
It has been different at both levels. We don't have a lot of guys actually on our junior squad. We have 9 guys that are true freshmen and sophomores, and we have to play up a few 8th graders, and some 7th graders. So we don't have a lot of depth there, but we do have quite a bit of experience with our older guys that have been on the junior level. And then on the senior level, is the opposite. We do have depth, and especially with the pitching, we feel that of the 17 guys we have, we can put them in at any point in time at any part of the lineup and have a pretty competitive lineup every day we go out.
Yeah, it seems pitching-wise, especially you mentioned at that senior level, you've thrown out multiple guys multiple times. And that seems kind of rare at this level, having so many guys that can go out there and give you a chance. So how much of a luxury has that been just from your pitching perspective?
Oh, it's a really big part of what we want to do. It is a big luxury for us, in that we're just trying to make sure that we have some quality depth and that we don't lose arms throughout the season, and then we just keep everybody fresh for when we need to. And we try to put certain guys in certain situations during the season to where we, in the past, know that they've excelled, and we just kind of stick with that game plan. And so far, it's been working for us.
What have you felt your team's biggest strengths have been this year?
Definitely pitching, like we talked about. We've been in every game. We get really good starting pitching, and the guys that come in to spell us for an inning or two, both on the junior level and senior level, have done a really good job. And the other thing I would say is we do a really good job on the base paths. When we get on, we do a really good job of making sure that we move runners over. Small ball is a really big part of our game. Every team that plays against us knows it. We're going to bunt, we're going to hit and run, we're going to move guys over. We don't have the mashers that are going to hit 6 or 7 home runs this year. We just got guys that hit singles, they hit doubles, and we move guys around. And stealing and sacrificing is a big part of our game, and the boys have dedicated time to that, and they do a really good job of it.
Has there been a player, maybe a couple of players that have stepped up that maybe you weren't expecting to going into the season?
It's not that I wasn't expecting to. Austin Lutemeyer's had a really good season so far, especially at the plate. He DHs for us quite a bit, and he's a pretty solid fielder when he's in there at third base and catcher. He's had a really good season. Cade Harson on our junior level is really playing very well. He just puts the ball in play all the time, fast on the base path. So those 2 guys, it's not that I wasn't expecting them to have great seasons, but they've come out of the gate and they've really excelled. And then pitching wise, Logan Clark has just flat out been dominant. He's pitching extremely well. I'm hoping that some coaches, college coaches around the area, are really looking at him because he's a guy that can flat out pitch, and he knows the game so well. He's just doing a fantastic job, and he's just a big game pitcher, and he's been in our big games for us, and he's really pitched well this year.
Got a couple of good games this weekend against some quality opponents as you get closer and closer to the end of the regular season. What do you want to see from your bunch as they go out and take on both Gothenburg and Holdridge this weekend?
Just the same thing that we've seen all year long, just competitiveness. We want to go out there and we want to play a clean baseball game. So our goal is to make sure that we make 3 errors or less every game, and that our walks are below 4. And if we keep the free bases and guys off the base paths, except for base hits, then we feel we can be competitive with anybody. And so far we've done a pretty good job of doing that. Obviously, there's a few games here and there that our errors have been up a little bit, walks have been up, but we've been able to do a pretty good job of making sure that we kind of meet our in-game goals. And if we can do that, we know we'll be able to compete with anybody throughout the year.
Well, big thanks to Coach Wilson. Minden takes on Holdridge on Sunday, a game you can hear on our sister station, KUVR. For KRVN Sports, I'm John Willis.